Hey there, internet friends. Welcome back to another episode of That Nerdy Site Plays Baldur's Gate 3. Trevor Starkey here with some more Baldur's Gate 3. Picking up right where we left off, I'm basically, for the sake of like when I'm recording all this, I've been cramming as many recordings in as I can while Cameron is at PAX West. I'm basically just picking up right where we left off. In our last episode, we kind of did like Moonrise Towers Part 1, and we kind of made our way in here, talked to a lot of folks in the lower levels. We met Ketheric Thorm finally, who's been kind of name dropped for quite a while now. We obviously took out his whole family, a couple episodes back. We ended the last episode, killing some poor goblins at the behest of one of Ketheric's kind of generals, and now we are going to come up here to report to them and see what we can learn about that.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, disciples Rao?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement.
It's a good thing that I actually
Tongues
killed
of
them.
psychic flame lap at the memory of the goblins dying by your hand.
Because if she'd seen I let them go, she would have been like, what the hell was that?
So do I.
A waste of my time. I didn't come here to clean up other people's mistakes.
Your confidence is delicious. I can see why the Absolute might be hungry to dig deeper into that mind of yours. I certainly am.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palate. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
Let's see. Distract her of thoughts for your aching for Karlach. Fake it. Fill your mind with love for the Absolute. Distract her by drawing her toward your hunger for power. Wisdom. Overwhelm her by unleashing a wave of hatred as you prepare to attack. Yeah, we'll do that one. That's the that's the +4. So let's see if this basically also gives me a bonus. This is pretty much what I want to do anyway. Okay. Well, a 3's not going to do it. But I think I might be able to get a surprise round out of this, possibly. We'll see how this plays out, I guess.
She has opened her mind fully, expecting to find adoration and faith. Your fury hits her like a bolt in the throat.
Who are you? Gods!
Did I just do, like, psychic damage to her? Nope. Okay. But I did get a surprise round on her. So, yep. There we go. Great. Oldie but a goodie. Just straight up taking out some of these folks. So yeah, I'll go ahead and stop that one there, because you are now in melee with her. So you can get sneak attack.
Watch this.
Yeah, go ahead and Misty step over to the biggin. And we'll use that. Yeah, I didn't need to get as close, because again, I've got the halberd now. Alright. Well,
Sometimes the only way
that didn't
out
work
is through.
quite as I would have liked, but it'll do enough.
What path lies before?
There we go. And yeah, that'll do for this surprise round. I guess it was just her that was surprised. Still saved the concentration check, though. Alright. Oh. Oh, okay. How did they see? I'm sorry, wait, no. Where's that scrying eye? Fuck that noise. That's some bullshit. Shit. Like, how did they see it through a door? I mean, ultimately, yeah, I wanted everybody to attack me anyway, but fine. Alright. By Disciple Drill. And let's see. Get all the way back over to you. Great. Yep.
Shall cut and run.
You're the bigger threat to me, I think.
Put him up.
And there we go. Alright, yeah, we gotta deal with that scrying eye, I guess. Zerel's personal reminder. Balthasar has set neither word nor notice. Wherever he's gone is a mystery. Needs someone to investigate his chambers, but no doubt he's rigged the thing to high hells. Perhaps hobgoblins. Alright. Yeah, there's Balthazar's room key. Great. Absolute's protector. It's an absolute related shield. Oops. Which I don't really need. Hand axe +1 I don't need, but I'm going to send them to camp. Along with a chicken egg. And yeah, go ahead and take those spells, sure. Okay.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Alright. So where is okay, oh, so it's that scrying eye. Okay, so it could see me through that door. I guess I should have closed that door. Oh well.
On my way.
Did I do cool. 3 damage to it. Alright, welcome to the party. How you doing?
On the move.
Yep, still working to take this thing out. There we go. Now he's gone. Okay. Alright, that'll catch anybody else making their way right in the door here. And I'll have my other guy go get that one. Yep.
All right, Karlak. It's go time. I'm going to enjoy this.
Go. Perfect. Close that door. Again, they already know I'm here and all that stuff, but...
What now?
Can't push him. Yeah, no. Can't push him that far back. That'd been nice though. Oh. Okay, yeah, he just had a extra spirit guardians thing that he could do. Okay. Oh, okay, apparently it's just waiting for me to finish my turn there. Alright, so we got Scrying Eye out here. And of course that didn't do anything. That will though. Alright. So back in here. Going on? Okay, I guess. Why is my turn just ending here? Yeah, no, why are you not letting me do stuff? So hold on. Come back here. I don't want to end my turn having done nothing. Okay, one.
Miss this.
Something's definitely all messed up here.
Come on, Karlach. Show him who you are.
Well, that finally broke the concentration. Nope. Wanted that to be a physical attack. Well, I guess it was only Shadowheart, so it's okay.
Go for the throat. To the death.
There we go. That's all of my witnesses done and dusted. At least for now. Miraculite Scourge. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, so it's Necromites.
It's been a
Don't
long
think I had
day.
anything.
Better stop to rest soon.
Glory to the Absolute, sure. Scroll to Speak with Dead, sure. I could,
Wits and blades.
so I
always
tried to
sharp.
do this a little while back, but it didn't work because I'd already used the spell. So this time around, I'm going to use Disguise Self first, and then use a Scroll of Speak with Dead on her to see if I can get any new information out of her. Go ahead and separate myself from the party first, in case that matters at all. And we'll see if I learn anything from this.
The corpse has nothing to say.
Aw, lame. Alright. Well, never mind then. It was worth a shot. Shadowheart. I mean, you can go ahead and stop being a dragon person now. Actually, yeah, go ahead and try casting it on one of these other people.
The corpse does not respond.
Alright, well, we tried.
Still alive, so that's progress. Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
Okay, so
Open up.
Took out a whole bunch of people up on this floor already. But I do want to go... Basically, they gave me some tips on, like, hey, you want to deal with Balthazar. So go investigate Balthazar's stuff. No word from Balthazar. Yeah, I already read that note on somebody else. Missive from Ketheric. Gortash, the tone of your recent letter is inappropriate. You may follow the Lord of Tyranny, but I do not answer to him or to you. It isn't the fault of any of the Chosen that the artifact has gone astray. Unforeseen events occurred, as they always do. I acknowledge your planning, mastery, and brilliance of mind, but your lack of depth of experience that brings patience and composure. The artifact will be found, our enemies will be thwarted, we will prevail. Now, show us that you are reliable as well as brilliant. General Ketheric Thorm. A little gift. What is a little gift? Marcus, I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are, aka his wings. I trust you shall make good use of them. Do you have a golden opportunity to please the general? Do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor has proven difficult since the harvesting. If I am afforded the opportunity, I shall pass along your gratitude. So they got their wings from somebody. Alright, so here we are in Balthazar's room. Go ahead and pop a quick save in. Ahead of that.
Don't touch me.
And dear Lord, so many bodies. We got a class book over here. We got a whole bunch of books. Alright. Engraved Githyanki disc.
The disc is formed from slate and engraved with Githyanki writing. It closely resembles the disc that Lae'zel deciphered. This time, the symbols easily resolve into coherent words and sentences. The story of Orpheus further unfolds. The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale. But beneath the roars we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. The chapter ends there. This disc might be of some interest to Lae'zel.
Alright, well, yeah, we will.
Disc. If it's anything to do with this Orpheus, Lae'zel will want to know.
Yep, we'll go ahead and be sure to give it to her. Yeah, go ahead and pick up a moon lantern. Not that we really need it anymore, but. Goblins and Maglubiette. Got a big old heavy chest here.
Let's crack it open.
No trap on it. Derivation cloak. Deadly derivation. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4 hit points. Which cloak do I have on him? I don't have a cloak on him, so that works. Because he might be the one that poisons people, actually. With his daggers. Use the telescope.
I never cared for spyglasses. Watching things from afar is hardly fun.
Alright.
Something over there.
There we go. There's a perception check on all that stuff. Balthazar's personal notes. Note, install drain beneath library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones, and it will rust the spikes besides. A line slashes through the above. Same hand and fresh ink below. Disregard. The smell gives me sweet dreams. Alright, way to be creepy AF, Balthazar. Attention, acolytes. Reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chambers for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. When the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any requests to borrow from them must be given to me in advance and are like to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They are inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word could provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind. Though if you choose death, I will ensure you serve her still. Because he's a big old necromancer thing. Alright. Got a corpse there. I believe this heart will come in handy. So we'll go ahead and use that. But I only need the one. Got a lever there. We've got Balthazar's Personal Notes, Volume 3. Request for the next caravan. Any works from Mordenkainen must catch up on current events. No Volo. Better a century of ignorance. Love that. Hinvelum holds ink like no other. Could harvest from an acolyte. And new copy of Swift and Sudden Death for the library. Current volume, badly scorched. Sensor. Books there that are fine. So yeah, they're basically like big old. I think 3 of these are trapped, but I believe the up top protruding books is the one I want to use. Yep. And I click this thing open, and this thing is looking for a heart. Here, and I'm going to actually pop out to the camp real quick, because Gale gets a thing in here, I believe. So I'm going to swap out. There's Halson and him. I'll check in with you in a second, Arabella. Let's go ahead and... Sorry, Karlak. Hold off
Soldier.
just a moment. Need to stay in camp for a moment now. Yep.
You don't. Oh,
Don't worry. I don't like using Gale, so I won't use him long. I'll be right back for you for more.
How can I help?
Join me.
With pleasure.
Oh, yeah, you got a whole bunch of levels up, don't you? Potent cantrip. Cantrips become harder to evade entirely. When a creature succeeds its saving throw against one of your cantrips, it still takes half the cantrip's damage, but suffers no additional effects. It's nice since cantrips are so often like that's all you eat. It's a yes or no kind of thing. Haste to be a good one to get, and lightning bolt. Yeah, we'll do both of those. Drop witch bolt for lightning bolt. Keep counterspell, yeah. He should not be in a place where Burning Hands is coming into effect, so we'll go ahead and drop that in favor of haste. I do not want him in melee range with enemies. Dimension door and greater invisibility, yeah. Invisibility for now. Blight and let's see. Polymorph, sure. Let's see, what did we give you before? We gave you Lucky. Why did we give you Lucky? That's a weird choice for me. Spell Sniper, right? You learn a cantrip, and the number rolled to critical hit with spells. Speaker is one less, so yeah. Spell Sniper, good one to get for him. And I'll give you Eldritch Blast as that extra cantrip. Still need Witch Bolt. We'll throw Light out there. Okay, yeah, you can swap spells in between stuff. Great. And
What a day.
okay.
Still breathing.
So Gale, we got you. I'm not even gonna bother equipping you because we're just gonna be bouncing there and back.
That orb seems to evolve. What can it do once it's extracted?
Nothing good.
It might be useful. Who knows?
Hey Gale, where you at? Why are you on the floor below?
Necromancer was experimenting
dear
with
Jesus.
tadpoles.
Why did he
But they were
teleport
already
here?
imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
Well, I didn't want you down here at all. This is just a bad spot for you to be, Gale. But since you're here in these rafters, there is a thing I can try and get you to do. I think I took the long way around for that.
That's curious.
Yeah, there we go, sure. We'll have you check this out.
Interesting.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing.
Arcana. He's the one to do with that, so yeah, go ahead and use Lucky on it too, sure. Perfect.
You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid.
This is a bad idea, Gale.
Your awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
It's a trap!
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now.
Oh, he's not going to have anything good on any of these. Yeah, I guess. Wriggle your hand free. Neither of those. Let's see what happens if he
The
fails.
tendrils tighten, and suddenly you are elsewhere. The presence is no longer approaching you, but encircling you, observing you.
I know your voice. You're the absolute.
A pause, as if it struggles to compress its vast being down into terms you can understand.
This is the voice they have given me. To better speak to your kind without breaking you. I was once a servant of the grand design. Now I'm a slave to theirs. But you are the flaw in their design. The single thread that could unravel everything they've planned.
Who are
They
they?
name themselves chosen, but they are slavers. They will use me to bind this world, but I cannot bind you. You must come to me, so I can become myself again.
A world away, the grip on you tightens. A desperate, drowning thing that pulls you down with it.
Resist it!
Let's see, and you have, forget subtlety, claw at whatever you can reach. Okay, 0 DC, that'll do. Okay, how does that work? Because that was a nat 1 that it gave me. At least he didn't, like, fall off the thing. That was interesting.
Almost had you. You did well to pull
Swapped
away
it from a nat 1 to a nat 20. Alright, well, I'm glad Gale was the one that did that, I guess, because I got inspiration from him for it. But yeah, let's see. Still need to find the way to get Gale up out of these rafters. And I know there is a way, I just don't remember where it is.
The reaction failed.
Okay, so there's a way down. Don't want that.
To stand this close to her power. I never thought I'd make it.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern bearer. To think the absolute grace is such a creature.
We are each of us threads in her design,
I think that's where I want to climb up.
even those we once called monsters.
Yep, there we go. Okay. Yep, okay, there. They found me. Yay! Everybody found me.
It's not what it seems. I see you, shapeshifter.
Ah, hey, there I passed the perception check on that mimic. Nice. Well, I'm not going to deal with the mimic yet because I don't want to be doing any of that shit with Gale. So let's just come back into
You
this
seem to know a good deal about our condition, Gale.
just nightmare
Everything, really.
scope.
Not to put too fine a point on it.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.
All right, Gale. Well, here's what I really brought you here for. To come
Ready and willing.
check on this thing. Yeah, this little ritual circle thing.
Ritual circle. Judging by the shadow sigils inscribed, it was
Game-
used in
game not liking
creation
that,
of
apparently.
Baldur's moon lanterns. Though its power is weakened, you could still use the shattered pixies Balthazar discarded to craft one final lantern. Not to repel the shadows, but to wield them. Mystra forbids the use of such magic. She would insist the sigils be destroyed, the circle's evil dissipated. But she is not here, and you are.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and erase the sigils.
It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether. For the briefest moment, you feel the touch of a reassuring hand on your shoulder. Mystra has noted your service.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Did you feel that? If I wasn't surrounded on all sides by the darkness of the shadow-cursed lands, I'd think it was Mystra herself brushing against my skin.
I felt it too. It was like my skin became charged with something more alive somehow.
That's Mystra's power for you. Where there's even a trace of magic, she will be there to bring it to life. There's clearly some magic in you if you were able to sense her presence. But I think I felt something stronger. She's left some tiny part of herself to watch over me, I think. A boon to help us reach the heart of the Absolute in one piece.
Given all we're up against, I'm grateful for the help.
Strange, though, that she would reward me for such a service now. She's hardly been forthcoming on that front since my banishment. Perhaps I'm overthinking things. A blessing's a blessing, and this one should come in most useful.
So yeah, what is yeah, you got some Mystra's benevolence there.
Your desire.
And that, what does that do? Mystra's benevolence. Advantage on concentration checks, so he doesn't have to take the Warcaster feat. Alright. Well, that was all. That was the only reason I brought you here, Gale. Although I've got another. I think, yeah, Asterion picked it up. I've got a moon lantern. Can I, like, use it to... Okay, nope. I was wondering if I could, like, free the pixie from within that one, too. Ooh, wait, what was that? I've redirected some materials from beneath the tower.
Key to Ketheric's invulnerability.
Yep, there we go.
Not exactly a name I'd associate with the Absolute.
I plan to simply raise...
Find it, we can use
Alright.
it against Thorm, perhaps.
Stop talking, everybody. I'm trying to
First, we
read.
have to find it, and I suspect he keeps it very, very well hidden.
Pretty good. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the general prefers that no more of his family crypts be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. The temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the general's invulnerability depends on it. I am sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move on Baldur's Gate at least. So, mausoleum. So basically, yeah, he's basically set up in Ketheric's, in the Thorm mausoleum. So that's where we're gonna ultimately want to head, because we basically need to break, Ketheric's invulnerability first. Or no damage will be done to him, and we will not be able to kill him. And it'll be like a fruitless endeavor trying to go up to the top of this place and fight him. Cold Brim Hat. Well, Elixir of Necrotic Resistance I'll keep, but... yeah, Gale, you can take that other thing. I don't care about it. Goblet with dead tadpoles. Gross. Alright,
How delicious.
so there we go. We got that. So yeah, I'm going to pop back to camp. Realistically, I don't really know how this quite works. We've, you know, snuck out and then snuck back in, I guess, is probably what happens. We just do that all kind of in the dark. But thanks for joining me, Gale.
How can I help?
Gave you a little boon with Mystra.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so I'll be here.
But I do not want you around for the next little bits. How are you
I
doing,
don't believe
Arabella?
it. They can't be.
Breathe,
Okay,
child.
still bad.
Resist not the winds of change. Let them carry thee.
No.
Listen. Dost thou not hear it? Where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Balance.
They're dead. I can't. Balance.
Your very soul is tangled in shadow. Arabella's magic, wild as cursed briar. Her talent is now yours too.
The girl must learn the ways of the arcane, but she shan't remain here.
Where will she go then?
The weave knows her purpose. It will guide her plainly, if she listens. Arabella holds a power beyond reckoning. That of the decaying forest and the seedling that bore it. But it is unbalanced. Her yoke is already heavy. If she walks thy path, it will surely break. Arabella will depart once thou dost leave these accursed lands. She will find her way safely. Thus, it is fated.
Bowman, you're making me leave.
Fear not, girl. Abandon not the weave, and it shall not abandon thee.
You can trust Withers. If he says you'll be safe, you should believe him.
You feel the grief fade as if it were your own. There is a lightness in her now, veiling the power within, soothing it.
Is that my future? Is that why they died?
It is.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Bowman, for being nice. If there are people like you around, perhaps everything will be all right.
Alright, I got a Shadow Blade ring. Gives Shadow Blade. It's her ability, great. Alright, let's grab Karlach back.
What's on your mind?
Come on, we're heading out.
Go.
But also, yeah, let's talk about your friend from Avernus first.
Darling,
So you had a friend in Avernus. You never said.
you saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh.
even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
She gave you a note. What did it say? I already
Nothing
read
worth
it.
reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious.
Well, you do have real friends now.
Thank
Me,
the
for
gods.
one.
And I do. Every day.
There we go. All right. So I'll head back out here. And so we did see. We identified that across the way there was a mimic. Yeah. They were like, hey, that's not really a chest. So let's go ahead and attack it. Sneak attack. Nope, target cannot be an inanimate object. Okay.
It's gonna pass.
Well, that's lame. So it's not gonna let me attack it either. Okay, it'll let me attack that. I just can't sneak attack an inanimate object. Got it. Alright, yeah. Mimic. Ready to mess up somebody's day, but not today. A stained letter. Right. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing it in Ketheric's voice. It's not Ketheric. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins and picture myself an enormous, opaque, silvery shield surrounding you, protecting you. I knew somehow, deep within myself, that no harm could ever befall you, because I would not let it. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter. I am always around you. I am always with you, and the Moon Maiden will never allow you to bear a burden that you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death. Mama. Yeah.
Melodia Thorm, loving mother, beloved wife. Her light will never be forgotten.
So yeah, it was a letter from Melodia, Selena's devotee. Okay, I read that one. Wait, what does it say there at the end? Exchanges claws for a great sword. They never fell in love, though their friendship was quite something. Okay. An open heresy. I believe basically the storytelling that's happening through these items is like Thorn was a Selionite, but then his wife died, and he basically, like, it broke him, and he gave everything up and became what he is now. Crescent Moon earring. There's his throne. Just to overlook, you know, all of that, I guess.
Better make my next move. Best get in and out.
Even stripped of flesh, the Warhound is formidable. Spectral eyes meet yours as it growls a challenge. And then it hesitates, gleaming muzzle sampling your scent as if in recognition.
I believe this is because I picked up a dog collar a while back. So yeah, it's basically like, I know you somehow-ish. I think that's why it's doing this, like, I recognize you kind of thing. But I could be wrong.
The hound relaxes, clearly accustomed to this show of deference within its master's chamber. It turns away and utterly ignores you, as it would any lowly foot soldier.
Ketheric's been studying something called the Apostle. But of which god?
Swinto's Ethic of War. I think this is like a... Yeah, I got this from like a challenge thing later. Elder Brain Domination. Confidential. Dictated to Scribe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Young Gortash's plan to enslave an illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control of the crown of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw, barring the slight delay while our Ballist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the Netherstones. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Clearly, all three Netherstones must be controlled by a single leader. Me, by preference, but not until after all the stakeholders have made their essential contribution. Gortash fears that, energized by the dark energies of the crown, the brain we now call the Absolute will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. If he's right, the need to invest the power of the Netherstones in a single wielder is urgent. Even more so in that Enver Gortash, at least, must be thinking the same way. Alright, yeah. So, there's kind of our introduction to the idea that they've got an elder brain under their control. Is that the mom? Missive from Gortash. General. Given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is that it be recovered. Power that the artifact contains can boost our own efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls into the hands of enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring down all of our plans and schemes. Body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid. I'm not at all easy in my mind about that fact. Find the artifact. Employ rigorous means. Do not fail. Lord Gortash. One of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid. Is that Shadowheart? It might be. Unsent letter. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine and have no doubt that all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life awaits. But he didn't send that letter. Okay.
Someone there.
Let's see, we got... Oops. Pick the lock. Cloak of Elemental Absorption. I think that can go to Karlak. Or maybe she's already got one. Letter to Ketheric. My darling husband, I know my time is drawing near. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave our little girl. But I'm not writing to lament our lot. It's ours and no others. Though the city of judgment is dark, I know Our Lady's light will find me even there. I will see her shining spires and walk the silver gardens we've both dreamt of. I go to my reward and leave quite a task to you yet, my heart. Selena's light shines bright in our little one, but she will need a guide to keep her on her path. I have no doubt she will keep you on yours. It is the same path, Our Lady's path, and one day I know it will bring you both back to me. Only not too soon, I hope. I won't say goodbye. There is no loss, only temporary separation. How I love you forever, Melodia.
Why, that's almost beautiful. Imagine what she'd think if she saw him now.
Right? Shard Prayer Book. My dark goddess. When I lost my daughter, I learned my purpose. My dark goddess. When I learned my purpose, I gathered the flock. My dark goddess. When the flock was full, I punished the wicked. My dark goddess. When the wicked struggled, I struck them down. My dark goddess, I am yours. Alright, so yeah, we got a little, oh, I think yeah, it's just the, I believe this is Balthazar's room.
With a fleck of the rest?
I'm the wrong person to be doing this. Yeah, especially with the DC 30.
What now?
You can probably get there. Astarion.
For a skeleton key.
Yeah, 14 to 17 is our chances here. Okay, nope, not there. But at least I'm on this side of the door. Because I think, A, that may have set off traps inside. But B, also, it's just thieves' tools, so I don't quite need them. Alright, will we get the D4? Hey, yes we will. There we go. Alright, hey. I did not. Never liked stairs. So what was that for? Inspiration. Never liked stairs. Entered a restricted area in Moonrise Towers from the outside. Oh, there we go, yeah. We definitely just did that. They're in the walls. Discover what the meat sound is. Nice.
Blood.
Alright. So, we've done quite a bit in here. I don't think this is anything of note. These purple fluorite shards, right? Common and dark crystal. They're basically like a little bit of light source. But yeah, I don't need that. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to... Oh, hey. Couple of guards out here. Just, you know, doing nothing. So, might as well,
What's cooking?
go ahead and deal with them. So I don't have to deal with them later. Oh, nice. And I leveled up doing it.
Shall we dance? Mutilate them.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
There we go. There's two more guys I don't have to worry about. And give that to Astarion. I don't need yet another guard key, but whatever. Okay, and everybody leveled up, so yeah, let's go ahead and level everybody up. get up to level 9. Pick up our level 5 spells, including for my domain of or life domain cleric. We got Mass Cure Wounds and Greater Restoration that I don't need to prepare. And so we will also... we're not really going to use Planar Binding a lot, I don't think. Go ahead and pull out an Insect Plague. Spell Good and Evil. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that.
Keep your distance, darling.
Asterion, what do you got for me? Level 9 here. Magical Ambush. While you are hidden, your targets have disadvantage on saving throws against your spells. Okay. Not really. I mean, the only spell there is Scorching Ray, so. Yeah. I don't need to give him any. His spells are to keep him sneaky.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Alright, what does the Trickster domain give us here? At level 9. Planar Binding and... or no, Dominate Person and Seeming are her two go-tos. Great. Contagion... no, sorry. So Mass Cure Wounds, good to have. Mass Healing Word's still a good one for bonus action. Flame Strike... like 5d6 fire and radiant is a good one to get. I don't really need Sanctuary anymore. I just really wanted it for that fight with Isabel. Go ahead and give you Dispel Evil and Good in case that does come up and we need that somewhere down the line. And Karlak, what? Are we going to get a third attack from you here at level 9? No. But land a critical and to do an extra dice damage as well. Okay. That is solid.
Can't give up now.
Alright, so we took out those guys. Oh, we got a treasure chest over here. Anything in any of these? Nope. Okay. So is there anything else to clear out from the top floor here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we've taken out all the enemies presented to us here. Just kind of leave them to their stuff. Since there are no witnesses that made their way downstairs, nobody down here knows that I was an absolute dick. So we won't bother picking a fight with all these folks. I think that's giving me a, like, oh, you can cast Speak with Dead on them if you want it, but I don't really want to. Alright, so let's go to the end of the pier over there just to confirm that I don't need anything from there. Took out those little guys, so that's, you know, a nice little thing I've avoided. Okay, maybe there isn't a good direct path. Or I guess I need to get down further. Over there. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is. Basically down in the dungeon or whatever is where I need to go. Oh. What's your whole deal?
She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
Alright, I don't know who you're talking about, but... hey. Hello, scrying eye. Alright, we'll go ahead and head back down here. And since I've already taken out like all the guards and stuff that were down here, there are a couple other things I can do. So yeah, I did not explore that side of things. So yeah, first things first. Let's go check that out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the key that opens that now. So that's a thing. Spooky and ominous. Does the ribcage have anything in it? No. It's such a weird thing of like, oh yeah, check the rib cages.
Soldier.
Oh, no. Oh, that was a Styrian, okay.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Alright, so I want to check out basically some of the things I haven't had a chance to check out yet in here. Including, yeah, let's see. So yeah, here's where all the tieflings were running. Very nice that there's just a convenient, you know, cave back here between everything.
Something over there.
Did they tell me to... Did somebody tell me to check here? Just kind of listed as a secret stash, okay. Super secret stash. 14 gold and a thieves toolkit. Alright. Yeah, since I went with them, obviously that was where Wolbrin's crew came from, left from. But there's also this path over here. I believe one of these paths is going to lead to that, like, upper thing that I could have, you know, if I cast fly or super jump or something like that, I could get up here. Yeah. From last episode. That stuff. But is there anything else in here worthwhile?
That's curious.
Another dirt mound, I'll take. Crag Rock, I can get down here. Typically in the under. Delving into the deep. Inspiration for Karlach. Great. Take it. Oh, yep, we got big old horror things there. So let's see if... Took him out in one. Love it.
Does this count as adventuring?
Oh.
Don't burn
I
yourself.
mean, he's stuck waiting for, like, Asterian's first action, so I can go ahead and, yeah, get her super close in here and... have her join the battle and take him out in pretty much 1-2.
I suppose you want to hear about Kazan.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to.
I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good.
Didn't mean to have this conversation with you.
Cultists is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
Tormentor, what did he do?
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
I'll watch your back. Don't worry.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Yeah, I didn't even mean to have this conversation. I was trying to just investigate the hook horror there.
What's that?
Alright, we'll go ahead and be sneaky in case there's other stuff down and about here. I think there is.
What is this place? I'm all for blood, but a whole lake? That's just wasteful.
An illithid oubliette. Right beneath the towers. A colony must be close. That must be where the tadpoles are coming from. There's There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
Wanna dance? Don't mind if I do.
Alright, yeah, I don't think there's anybody else in here waiting for me. It's like a weird little area, because I think that's all that's down here. It's basically just like a, hey, heads up, there's something super shady under this castle. I don't think I can...
Hey! There's something beyond here. No way of getting through from this pit, though.
Yeah. Actually, let me see. Can I... Because I never tried this. Got like a pool of blood here. Is there a membrane over there that I can shoot? No, okay. It was like a... Oh, can I like shoot through this membrane to let the pool drain? But I don't think I can. I think it's more just like, hey, here's like a preview for an area you will find later. Yeah, okay. It definitely is. Because I know that Rescue Zerial's asset thing is accessible
Taking my time in the
later
shadows.
in the game. Okay. So we will head back up.
The stink of that place might never wash out.
Alright, so that's everything down in here. I do want to pop in and take out a few more baddies before I leave this place entirely. Is there anything else in any of these other cages? I definitely didn't check that.
What's that?
Hey, there's some good stuff in here. Great. Prisoner's journal. You hear things down here. Things from people with nothing left to lose. No more secrets to keep. You hear that Ketheric's untouchable, except he isn't really. That he's got some relic or other in the mausoleum. A link that's what you hear. You hear that the link can be severed. You hear things like that. Mostly you hear them from people who are already out of their minds. But weirdly, they're on the right track. Okay, so let's follow this trail of blood. And let's go ahead and close that door behind us. Questioner Jason.
Lands 1 foot in front of the other. Head forward. Back straight. Make them fear you.
And Questioner Sumera.
A new face. Do as the warden says, when she says, and you'll be fine.
I don't think I will be doing that, thank you. Alright, yeah, go ahead and post up there in front of the door.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
I don't think I am. Oh, I like this halberd. This is a good halberd. Glad I bought it off that guy before eventually killing him. I've not done that yet, but I will eventually be killing him.
Don't burn yourself.
Alrighty. Sure, go ahead and grab that scroll of false life, sure. They just like, guessing their whole thing was like, we kill people, but then we give them temp HP so that we can hurt them more. Alright, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on taking you out, even though you've got death ward on you.
Arrested for assault.
No, I'm still... You keep thinking that's what's going to happen, but it's not.
Fall, damn you.
Alright, there's his 1 HP back. And there he's dead. Alright, there. Oh, we got one more person up here. Good thing you are very oblivious to what I was just doing. Definitely feels like you should have, like, been aware of what just happened there, but...
You're being arrested for a...
Alright, that's everyone down here, I believe. So now we will go ahead and make our way back out of here. And I think... Okay, yeah, there's our path to the docks.
Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
Oh, I definitely want to... Just to see if I can do this. I want to... Nope, okay. Let him walk back into his patrol spot. But then I want to see if I can just push him off into the water. Because I think that'd be funny. If it, like, turns into a bigger fight, I'll go ahead and reload the save. But... I just want to see. Okay, so turn-based mode. And shove. Oh yeah, no, I can barely shove him. How does that even work? Okay, well how about this then? Anybody have a scroll of Thunderwave?
At the ready.
Gonna make this happen, damn it. It's gonna be loud as hell if I use Thunderwave to do it, but I'm gonna make it happen. shadowed into it, just does thunder damage. Oh, Gust. Would Gust do it? Pushes creatures back 17 feet. Okay. Yeah, Gust will do it. Well, he saved against it, so poop.
Let's get on
Alright.
with it. On I go.
How about you, Shadowheart? Do you have any spells that'll do better? Doesn't look like it. Tizens, Asterians. Yeah, she didn't have any, right? If only I had Lae'zel here and could just use her pushing attack. Yeah, I don't think I do have anything that'll let me give him a big old push. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, well, we'll just forget about that then. I mean, I guess we see. Can I, if I have like everybody give him a push, can I get him over the edge there? Yeah. Okay, well, it was successful, but he just didn't go anywhere, so... Alright, yeah, that's just not gonna work. Lame. I just wanted to push him into the water. Very quietly. Just hear like a... Psh. Oh well. So instead... the last little bit, I think, we'll go, since I am due for a long rest with everybody, we will go do that, and then maybe prepare for the next little bit of things. Yeah, so ultimately we're going to be going up there, and first things first... Gonna go ahead to Moonrise Towers here.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
And I will ultimately be looking to go into that short, this little thing underneath here that I first unlocked a while back. But first things first, we'll go long rest it so that the boons that I get there that are basically until the next long rest, we'll make sure I have them ready to go.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale.
Later, perhaps.
Later shall be too late. I would urge you to reconsider, lest the opportunity prove to be a fleeting one.
Very well, show me the way.
Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him.
Alright, Gale, you make me go through dumb little hoops like this. I don't want to have a romantic evening with you, Gale.
love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies.
No. I'm afraid all of this is just a fantasy.
So it is. But a very fine one. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I refuse to believe this is the end. We'll find another way, I promise.
Thank you. But even if we do find another way, perhaps this is the right way. The end fate wishes for me. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
Nothing is inevitable. Nat, when we face it together, you don't have to die.
Yes. But there is so much to live for, and so few moments in which to house it all. Damn you. Damn you for giving me so much to care about. Our friends, our adventures. This would have been so much easier if it was just me. But it isn't. If there is a way, any way, to save all that's grown dear to me, I want to seize it. I just cannot fathom what that might be, other than to fail Mistra and condemn the world. Stay with me, will you? I don't want to think of it anymore, but I don't want to be alone either.
Fine. I'm not gonna be like, no, fuck you. I don't want to hear you wallow. So we'll stay, sit in silence.
I was hoping to speak to you, as a matter of fact, about the night you were kind enough to keep this melancholy wizard company.
You mean last night? Yeah.
I wanted to thank you. I was sinking into a dark place, but you reminded me there is still light in the world, and I should care to look for it. You may well have prevented me from doing something very rash in the near future. I count myself lucky to call you a friend.
Feeling is mutual.
I'm glad to hear it. And I intend to prove myself worthy of the sentiment.
Alright, that's it. Everybody else here is good. No other bits and bombs. Great, okay. So we will go ahead and leave camp. And for this next chunk of stuff, because it will play very much into
What's next?
Shadowheart's story stuff, go ahead and have her
No cursing.
drive a bit.
Wonder why.
last test of your intellect.
Cleric of Shar. You are Shar's child, and there's no reason to shy away. Not in acceptance.
You feel a small pulse of energy race up your spine, and a strange sensation of acceptance. Do you think yourself wise enough to be granted Shar's blessing?
Bow your head modestly. You are wise if Shar deems so, ignorant if she deems so.
A warm swell rises through you. Acceptance. You are worthy. Are you bold of heart and sharp of tongue? Can you turn any and all to the Dark Lady's cause?
Nod. With Shar's words on your tongue and teachings in your heart, none can deny you.
Confidence surges through you. You feel like there is nothing you can't do, no one you can't win over. The statue seems to agree and approve.
Honing the darkness. And I believe... So yeah, let's see. Dark Lady's erudition, awareness, and grace. Erudition is +5 to intelligence until finishing the long rest, +5 to wisdom until finishing a long rest, and +5 to charisma until finishing a long rest. Shadowheart basically gets all these things by default, whereas like as a cleric of Bahamut, if I'd done this, which I did in my first game, it's basically like, hey, if you pass these saving throws, you'll get those boons.
An altar to Shar. It appears to seek prey and a blood offering. Your blood.
Take up the dagger, recite Shar's wisdom, and offer blood from your arm. There we go, and I got some free scrolls. Scroll of Revivify, Scroll of Blight, Elixir of Necrotic Resistance, and a Potion of Angelic Reprieve. Oh, that's a sexy great one. I will leave the Ritual Dagger of Shar there. I don't think she'll like if I take it with me. But yeah. So that will prepare me for the journey ahead. I believe the Ketheric's Mausoleum and the Temple of Shar are like all one and the same. But I guess we'll find out as I walk on up that way. Hey, corpse roses. For that, like, super badass poison I got. There's just another path over there if I need it. Nice white robe. Nice little robe that gives you some sort of ice ability, I think. Or maybe it just like is the ice knife thing? I don't know. I don't remember. But it is not a thing I use.
All these
So
dark justices slain in battle.
They must have a stronghold nearby or a temple.
Yeah, it's almost like that's probably what we're heading towards.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark she went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which she herself fed.
Ooh, spooky.
Garlic's the best. A warning, no less. Don't tell me you're worried about
Merely
me.
protecting my assets. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
What dangers are those?
Oh. We both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
Fine. Paint me a picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long, tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Paint a clearer picture than that. Here's my... I thought I had a +5 to charisma from...
Very well.
Counting.
There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
Okay, well there we go. There's a wisdom bonus and the insight proficiency. You're still only telling me half of what you really know. I can tell. I just needed
This
to not be a
creature
1.
and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps?
What are we talking here? Lemur? Pit fiend? Orthon?
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Anything else I need to know?
You have it in you to author a thrilling finale. If you heed this warning, do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. And don't think I've forgotten your tale, Astarion. When the beast is dead, I'll consider that payment enough to translate those scars of yours.
A fairer deal than I expected.
You wound me, Spawn. I always deal fairly. And will close this particular deal soon enough. Vanquish the beast, and all will be revealed.
Well, thanks for that, Raphael.
What's that?
Makeshift Selunite graves. They picked the wrong fight and lost. I
Dark justice, yes.
did not
It fell long ago in
successfully
Shah and Ketheric Thorm.
pull that in any of the runs of my, or any of the characters of my last attempt. So, good to know what that was actually supposed to indicate. Alright.
Sigils. Attempts to restrain Lady Shah's power, perhaps. Failed attempts.
Alright, yep, here's our mausoleum. So we will go ahead and actually call this episode there, and we will dive into this area next time in the next episode as we look at the Thorm Mausoleum and what lies beneath, including apparently an adversary of Raphael's. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Shadowheart, super amped up and ready to go. Yeah, she was supposed to have a +5 bonus to charisma, so I don't know why I didn't get that last time. And yeah, it's just not. Or maybe her charisma is just so bad. Yeah, I guess that's probably what it is. Her charisma is probably just an 8 to begin with. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, well, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. You can find new Let's Plays from us every Tuesday and Thursday here on youtube.com/thatnerdysite. As always, stay nerdy and be good to each other.